Happy Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed your day off. Good to have you with me again today. We are finishing up our last opportunity to use this math book. Can you believe it? You have finished your year of math just in the next few days. That's so exciting. We're finishing up our patterns, which are something that we're very good at, but that we've changed a few things. Remember that we were changing the pattern by color last week, or by size, or by shape, or by rotation, moving the pattern around that way. Well, today you can repeat patterns, do repeating patterns with solid shapes. So you could do the tall, medium, small, tall, medium, small, tall, medium, small. I'm here on page 298 of your book if you would like to open it and join with me. You can also make repeating patterns using different shapes. We have sphere, cube, pyramid, cone, sphere, cube, pyramid, cone, sphere, cube, pyramid, cone. You get the idea. We've done those before. Something you have to look at and think about, but is not beyond what you can do. You can also use repeating colors, orange, green, purple, blue, orange, green, purple, blue. Clearly we're doing by colors. And then again here you can rotate the shapes. Your cone is spinning around. The point is up, then right, then down, then left, then up, then right, then down, then left. You get the idea. So what I want you to do here is look at the bottom of page 299 in your book, and I want you to choose whether the selection of the next pattern is this large pyramid or the smaller pyramid. You look at the pattern and decide which one comes next. Okay, let's check your work. If you haven't thought of it yet, pause the video. All right, we have large, medium, small, large, medium, small, large, medium. This would be the selection you would make to continue the pattern. You look at number 11, pause the video and restart when you have completely figured out which of these two are going to continue the pattern. All right, let's check your work. You have cube, circle, rectangular, what is this called? Cylinder. Cube, circle, rectangular, cylinder. What would be next would be the cube. You should circle the cube if you were writing in your book, but you're not. Turn the page, please. Page 300. You can also make repeating patterns with solid shapes that change in more than one way. Now we're getting into end of second grade type thinking. We're changing the pattern of the shape and we're changing the color. And we're rotating the pattern in a repeating direction. So we have rectangle, cube, cube, rectangle, cube, cube, rectangle. All of our cubes are yellow, so we're not changing the color until we get to the new shape. Obviously, you would have a cube next. Here, this pattern is made with 4 different solid shapes. It's also made by turning the shapes. So we have these two combined together, and we have these two combined together. But then it rotates. The first shape rotates all the way around, a half a turn, and now the green is on this side. And then it rotates around a half a turn and the green is on this side. The cube is on this side. And then you repeat this one. So we have turned down, green up, then cone. That's actually a cone. So you know what that reminds me of? It's a castle top. So you can see that you can rotate and change your shapes. Now we're getting complicated, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready for this? I want you to look at number 12. And I want you to decide which of these 3 shapes continues the pattern. Pause the video until you have your answer. Go. All right, let's check your answer. We have cylinder, small, medium, large, large, medium, small, cube, small, medium, large, cylinder, large, medium. Should have been this second one right here would be the one that you would have selected to continue the pattern. If you don't understand that, I want you to notice that your cubes are always going up in size, and your cylinders, you don't know by the starting one because this is picking up at the very end of your pattern here, but you can tell by looking further on in the pattern that your cylinders are always going large, medium, small, large, medium, small. Okay? Look at number 13, pause the video, and click back on it when you have your answer. All right. So if you were to look at this, you have the green nubbin out forward, then you have a big pyramid on top, this facing back, this facing front. Big pyramid on top, facing back, facing front. Big pyramid on top, facing back, facing front. The green facing front would be this final shape right here would continue the pattern. All right. Whew, those are tricky. Let's look here. You're going to choose which comes next. These are your two choices. Figure out what number one is, pause the video, and come back with me to check. All right, we have triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle, square, triangle. Yep, square. Let's look at number two. Pause the video, find your answer, and come back to check. All right, we have small circle, big circle, small triangle, big triangle, small, big, small, big, small. Would it be the big triangle or would it be the big circle? It would be the big circle. Look at number three. Find your answer and then pause when you have it. Or unpause when you have it. Here we go. We have cube, side cylinder, sphere, cone, cube, side cylinder, sphere, cone, cube. What would come next? The side cylinder. Woo, you guys are good. All right, we're gonna get more complicated. Crank it up, crank it up. Look at each pattern. What comes next? Do number four. Find your answer, draw it on a piece of paper if you can. Go. All right, let's check it. You have a sphere, pyramid, cone, cube, sphere, pyramid, cone, cube, sphere, pyramid, cone, cube would be next. If you don't know how to draw a cube, that's fine. You can just write the word cube or know that it's a cube. Here, do number five. Pause, find your answer. Let's check. Circle, triangle, square, rectangle, circle, triangle, square, rectangle, circle, triangle, but what color would it be? It would be purple triangle. So you would draw a purple triangle to finish that out. All right, we're gonna get very specific. Let's look at this one. Figure it out, get your answer, and come back to check. Go. All right, what did you have? I'm not gonna go through it with you. You should have a yellow triangle with a green circle in the middle. Yellow triangle, green circle in the middle. If you're not sure, go back and say them to figure out why that's the truth. Number 7, this is where it starts to get even trickier. Students, you are really gonna have to turn your brains on because you have a space right here in the pattern, but you don't necessarily have enough information ahead of you to be able to answer it well. So you're going to have to look through the whole pattern and see if you can figure out what the pattern is before you can necessarily have the answer to this one right here. What we have is we have a rectangle, little rectangle yellow. What do we have here? Then we have a little triangle. Then we have a red rectangle, yellow rectangle, red triangle, yellow triangle. What do you see as the repeating sections? Okay, you should notice that you have a big red and a little yellow of the same shape. Big red and a little yellow of the same shape. You also have that for the triangles, a big red and a little triangle of the same shape. So if you have a little triangle here that's yellow, what's going to be right here? Yep, a giant red triangle. What's going to be right here? Notice you have a little yellow triangle and a little yellow rectangle. What's going to be this one right here? Yep, it's going to be a large red rectangle. If you have colored pencils that can draw that on a piece of paper, great. If not, and you're understanding what's happening, that's fine. You're not turning these pages into me. We're just making sure you know what's going on. Look at number 8. Ooh, this is fun. We have a rotating bubble. We have boxes, squares, with circles that change color as they rotate around. I want you to look at this pattern and figure out what those two are. Pause and come back to check. Okay. How are you going to figure out? Notice that your squares go blue, purple, something, blue, purple, purple, blue. So we can, just by noticing the square part, we have blue, purple, purple. So it would be a purple square. Now let's figure out what is happening with these little circles. We have a circle here, and then every time it's blue, every time our box is blue, our circle bumps from corner to corner, corner to corner to corner. Okay, so we know that. So is that the same with the dark purple? Because we're having a purple one here. We have up, and then if we had it do the same thing and it rotated to here, it would be down in this corner. So you would have a square, that's purple, and a light blue circle in the bottom left corner. Whew! So what would this one be then? Well, we know that it's not going to be a purple square, so it's got to be a blue square because we go blue or purple, blue, purple, blue. Okay, so we know it's blue. We look at our last blue, and our last blue has a purple circle in the bottom, so this one's going to have a purple circle in the top left. Okay. If you need to go back and rewind why those circles bounced the way they did, that's fine. Let's look at number 9, last one. Choose the shape that completes the pattern. You're going to choose either this one, or this one for this blank right here. One of these 3 fits right here. You figure it out, pause, come back to fix. All right, so you should have had large cone, small cone, large cylinder, small cylinder, large cone, small cone, large cylinder, large and small. The colors work because you didn't have to choose a color. The pink ones are the cones and the orange ones are the cylinders. Nice job. Woohoo! You are now going to get to draw some of these really and truly. Really-o, truly-o. Please take out your workbook to page 239. You are looking at practice 3, making patterns. You are going to look at this pattern up here and then draw what comes next. It might rotate, it might change in color, shape, size, order. Look at all of it. If one of them is supposed to be shaded, that is your answer, you must use your pencil to shade that portion of the shape so that I know you're clear about what the answer is. If it could be an open circle or a shaded circle, but you want it to be a shaded circle, you best shade it in. If it's supposed to be a big circle, I want you to match the size of what's going on in the sample. If it's a small circle, I want you to very clearly make one that's about the same size as the small one so that I know you're being exact as a mathematician. You're going to complete the pattern for this one, this one, this one. You're going to turn the page, noticing some details. On this page, page 240, it changes a little bit. You're just going to circle the one that completes the pattern. Here you have big triangle, little, little, big, big, little, little, big, big. So the little one would come next. So kind of like we did in our book a minute ago, you're going to choose the one that completes or continues the pattern. Same for here. You're going to choose one of these. You're going to choose one of these. In 7, you're going to choose either the top one or the bottom one that fits in this space. As you move on to 241, same thing. You're going to choose one of these 3 that completes this pattern. Same here, choose one of these 2. And on this last one, number 10, choose one of the 3 of those that fits with this pattern as you read across in the direction you read or write. Okay, last page is the same as the first. In that you are going to pick of these 3 shapes, this one, or this one, which comes next in the pattern. Same here, which one of those 3 completes the pattern. Now on these that it's at the beginning, class, remember, you have to look at the end of the pattern to figure out what comes next because you don't have enough information here yet. So you have to turn your brain on toward the end to figure out what the whole pattern is to pick the correct one. Here, same thing. You've got 2 missing pieces of your pattern. So you're really going to have to think of what completes the pattern. One of the 2 of these or one of the 2 of these. On your mark, get set, go.